Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, aunties and aunts and everybody else in between and over and under, around, and whatever. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where I'm going to be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 11. All right, 9/11. All right. Emergency. Actually, Episode 12 was more of an emergency. The preview, child. The preview for next week. OMG, Jacqueline is about to child. Jacqueline and that dog she brought. Child, what is See, let me just say this real quick. Well, no, not let me be rude. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I got some news about subscriptions. I got some great news about subscriptions. Let me tell you. So, where I thought I needed 1,000 subscribers, I only need 500. Yeah, so I got about 351 to go instead of 851, and I'm happy about that because I'm closer, and that's just all good for me. So I cannot wait. Come on, 351. I'm manifesting it. How about 851? Shoot. How about it? How about 851 real quick? Minimum 352. Just want to make sure we won over. Anywho, now Real Housewives of Potomac was a little boring if you ask me. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot going on. You know, now the Karen's Lagoon party, no, actually, Gizzhell's date was the best thing for me at this during this whole episode. You know what? Gizzhell has made a change. And I understand that Essence article, on top of getting read for filth by Candace, shout out to Candace, excuse me, just, chatterbox about how trifling she's been these last 8 years on television. Pretty much getting it from her daddy. May he rest in peace. Maybe her dad's death may have humbled her. At the same time, everything I mentioned before. But the change that I see is appreciative to where I didn't even want to, review the show before now. So I'm like, okay, she's turned over a new leaf. Maybe it was the Wendy Ostefo effect. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's sick and tired of the nonsensical, trifling shade that came from. Or maybe she lost her, lackey. And so she had to, do this on her own per se. But maybe, she can't do it on her own. Maybe she does need, help. Anywho, if it's any or all of the combination of what I said, it's appreciative. Okay? I know for me it is. I've heard a little chatterbox about how people like her again, stuff like that. But, I'm talking about me and what I see and what I appreciate. So yeah, I like her date. He was. Oh, wait till I get to that part. I don't want to go that far yet. But listen. Okay, so Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 11. It started off with me and her kids doing some gymnastics type of tightrope walking. So she's just pretty much getting them out, doing things, and then she started talking about, in her confessional, no doubt, wanting to make the kids priority during this tumultuous time of divorce, yada, yada, yada. But she didn't discuss the divorce with the kids. She just had a cute little moment. It's probably 65 seconds worth of that. And it's always nice to see families doing things. Next, we see Stacey, Gizzhell, and Karen having lunch. And Stacey says Gizzhell has hard as shell, but soft and will be the BFF soon enough. Girl, Stacey, don't flatter yourself. Don't flatter yourself, because that woman is hard shell, period, point blank. That's all that is. But they were pretty much giving Stacey a hard time, wanting her to date men and also have sex with them. Pretty much TJ lying, according to Gizzhell and Karen. He out there, when he ain't with you, he doing it. But if he is, he a good actor, because he comes across to me as some corny dude that is a devout Christian. And a lot of devout Christians are corny. But then again, he is an actor. So you just gotta, girl, surprise and go out there. Go to LA. I mean, if you got, a couple of dates or what have you, see what happens. Gizzhell and Karen wanting Stacey to date other men and have sex with them just seems a little bit much, if you ask me, but they're concerned about her, right? They want to make sure Stacey is not being played, and pretty much they want her to get laid. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, it is what it is. Hey, especially Gizzhell, she is down for fornication. I mean, I'm just saying, since season 1, Gizzhell has expressed that her man needs to look a certain way, have a certain big ego, if you know what I'm saying. And she is down for fornication. And I'm like, is this what you really want to teach your daughters? Again, this don't even say I'm trying to talk about kids. I'm talking about the parenting. I'm talking about the examples that you, as the mother, is saying. I mean, they're hearing this, and can you imagine what they're hearing when she's not on TV? What they've heard all their lives. I mean, hey, there are parents who drink and smoke and whatever with their kids. I'm sure she don't, but well, hell, they ain't even old enough for that anyway. But there's just certain things. Now, you know what? I just remember something. When I was in 8th grade, oh my goodness, a friend, 8th or 9th, I want to say, no, wait a minute. When I was in junior high, what grade was it? Child, we weren't even 16 yet. I'll say that we were under 16, and I had a friend, of course, who shall remain nameless, and her mom allowed her to drink at the house. She allowed her to smoke cigarettes because there was no other, stuff going on, and have boyfriends. So you know what that means. And I'm like, I thought that was so interesting. Now, mind you, I grew up in a mother, father in the house, what'd you call it? Suburban. It was a Black suburban neighborhood, middle class. So, it was actually at the time, it was just, I was living with one parent because my parents had separated. But just knowing that was going on, I'm like, I mean, I never indulged because I didn't want, not that it was offered, but I'm like, wow, that's what's going on. Huh? Well, I never told my dad because he would have been like, okay, you ain't going back over there. I don't know if I ever told him. I never tell him when I see him next time. Do you never so-and-so? Anyway, so that just goes to show you that some parents will allow whatever to go on in the household, will allow whatever, like, who was that? Who allowed, was that Rebecca? Who was that? A housewife who said her parents allowed her to have sex in the house when she was in school, allowed the boy to sleep over. Who was that? Rebecca? Who was that? Anyway, all I'm saying is them pressuring her to see other men, you know, because TJ is. Gizzhell was like, girl, that man is screwing somebody. If he ain't screwing you, I don't care what he's telling you. It is what it is. And pretty much Karen was co-signing. Like, that's how they believe. You know, I guess they cool with their man cheating or that whole cheating thing. I'm not. It's see, we need better standards, people. We aunties and aunts for the most part. We need to set the standard. We will be the elders coming through in the next 20 years, 15, 20 years. So it's really up to us to keep folks grounded in what they should be doing and not what they want to be doing. I'm just saying, can I get an amen? Can I get a, hey, can I get a fist pump? Something. Let me know what you think. Anywho, that was pretty much it. Now we got Wendy. She's inviting the ladies to the Walona's boutique for them to pick out some clothes. She surprised them, letting them know that she's planning a girl trip to Panama and not Panama, Florida. Okay. Keiarna got her face dropped when her man questioned that. That was so funny. Later on in the episode, Keiarna was with her man and her brother, and she told them that, you know, she got invited to Panama by Wendy. All the girls are going. And he said, is that the city or the country? And she kind of looked like, I don't know. But then a split second, she's like, why are you questioning me? You know it's the country. So anyway, Keiarna, we saw the look on your face, boo. We saw the look on your face. We saw the look. We saw the look. You can't get away from it. Anyway, so everybody is like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And, well, we never been here before, but Ashley has. Ashley said she comes here to get dolled up and everything for certain events, especially the one where she had with her new boo, Josh. And that's the dude from the speed dating. Now, mind you, Ashley had on cutoff shorts, pretty much dookie shorts, a tank top. That's getting dogged. That's, you needed help to put that on? Girl, stop. Girl. So then Jacqueline was there. She was invited, and I guess she's going to Panama, child. So everybody was also talking about Karen's party. It's couples, and Mia mentioned that because Gordon has something to do and Ink is unavailable, she wanted to bring Jacqueline. Karen was like, absolutely not. I'm keeping my peace. I'm holding my mule. And that heifer can't come to my house. So pretty much that was communicated to Jacqueline by way of Mia. And Mia was like, well, I didn't want to go no way. It's cool. Girl, your bubble was busted. Don't even try. And no, your face was cracked and on the ground, girl. Don't even try it. I'm just saying, your face was cracked and on the ground, girl. Don't even try it. Anyway, what else is going on, child? What has happened? Oh, child, Ashley. Okay, so when Mia was telling Jacqueline about asking Karen to, to invite her, Ashley was like, "Ooh, yeah, go ahead. I know it's gonna be a problem." So pretty much we see, as I've been saying all along, all season long, that Ashley is always trying to stir up some mess because, like I said, this is my opinion, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Remember when Michael was caught grabbing the butt of the cameraman or producer person that was working at Monique and Chris's house, and it was caught on film. It was a shadow, but we saw all the movements. We heard what the man said. And ever since then, Ashley has been on a mission to be messy, trifling, getting on folks' nerves, almost getting slapped, almost getting tossed to the side physically. So I felt like she made a deal that even though Michael won't be on the show, she'll make sure the show will be a good show. She'll be in the mess. And like I said, ever since that season, Ashley has been a it starter. So that's all I'm saying. And even Wendy was in on it. She was there. She's like, oh, okay, well, that's okay. Well, And I'm like, wait a minute, Wendy. All this time you've been defending Karen against the bull. Now you in on it? Now, when Karen see that, Wendy better have a doggone explanation. That's all I got to say. That was pretty much it for all that. Then we're, like I said, Keiarna, child with her man, Greg, and her brother, whatever his name is. They were talking, and like I said, when she told Greg and her brother that she was going to Panama, he was like, is that the city or the country? She looked like real quick, like shifted with her eyes. But then she got her, I mean, this all happened in a matter of 3, 4, 5 seconds at the most. She said, no. Karen was like, nah. Well, she did say the country, so of course it's the country, not Florida. Girl, we saw them eyes shift. So then they start talking about a possible baby. She's like, baby, wait a minute, what, huh? And because her brother is admiring their new digs and everything that she moved in. Pretty much they're expecting some permanency going on. Y'all just shacking up. What's really going on? And then Greg was like, well, she don't cook. So, and so that's her cracking on her because she don't cook. Then in her confessional, she was like, listen, I don't need to cook. It ain't even about cooking. We all know what that means. I know that's right, girl. Do you, boo-boo? But she also mentioned how going to Panama may not be good. She would rather go to somewhere like Europe or something. That's where she's mostly, comfortable. So, okay, Italy, Europe, Spain, okay. Make sure you let them ladies know that you slumming when you go to Panama. Baby, okay. Ooh, child. So pretty much she said Greg is not really keen on being on TV because he made a joke when Keiarna said, yeah, it's a lot of things going on with people's divorces. It's people ain't getting none. It's all kind of things going on. And he was like, oh, divorces, that because of the show? Ha, ha, ha. So that kind of, rubbed her the wrong way because, she's a housewife. Hello. And he is not really on board with being on TV. But, maybe you should have kept that part to yourself and just kept that whole issue of him not really want to be. Well, maybe she did tell him already. However, if he at work and he can't be filmed. It's all sorts of ways to get through stuff. Maybe the first, year, ask him to film as much as possible. So for your, look, Keiarna, if you listen, watching, listening, or if anybody know Keiarna, girl, that's what you got to do. The first year you on, you good. Get in good, do everything, do all the things the first year. Then when it's time to come back the second year and it's all solidified that you're coming back, his schedule change, his priorities change, and he can't film as much. Help him film a little bit, especially no more at work. You know what I'm saying? Don't pull a wanderer or a Mr. Cuckold situation. That's Michael Darby, if y'all didn't know. That's what I call him. And just have him come whenever he's comfortable. But they don't know that. See, that's how you do it. Don't just outright just blurt out he don't really want to film, because now they got your number, hubby. I'm just trying to help you out just in case. See, I'm not even a housewife, but I know these. I thought you would know these things by now, child. Girl, really? Girl, play a card. If you play your cards right, everything's gonna be all right. I'm trying to help you out, girl. I'm trying to help you out. Anywho, what else is going on? Stacey has a visit from her auntie, her brother's youngest sister, or something like that. And her auntie's giving her the BLEUS, pretty much the blue balls of it all, because Stacey telling her that she's not doing it. And she was like, what? She was like, girl, I don't know if I can last that long. A year? Are you serious? What? Oh no, Auntie was like, girl, I don't know if I can last that long. So Auntie getting it in. She didn't say Auntie was married. I don't know, it's a ring on Auntie finger. Auntie still look cute. You know what I'm saying? But Auntie just don't get it. And then she said, then Stacey described her man. She was, oh, you mean that dude? Oh, and then now the Auntie got a little, did Auntie drop some tea about Stacey and TJ? Like perhaps they weren't supposed to be seeing each other, but they were. That's the feel I got. I don't know. Did you watch it? Is that the feel you got? Did you after seeing? If you ain't watched it, go back and watch it. I'm like, oh, look the way. And Stacey was trying to shut it down. Now, come on, no, girl, Stacey. Did your auntie just blow your spot up? Because you are going through a divorce, so maybe your husband or don't really. Anyway, that's what I got from it. But yeah, Auntie want Stacey to get some like Karen and Gizzhell. Next, we got Gizzhell has her date with Nnamnse, and I like Nnamnse. Like I told you in the beginning, I'm rooting for them to be a couple. He is cute. He is sexy. He was giving her all the vibes that he want her today, but he wasn't trifling with it. He wasn't, obnoxious with it. He wasn't rude with it. All his answers were great. It didn't seem like he was planned. It didn't seem like it was a planned answer. She had some off the cuff questions, and like I said, he answered them great as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, I'm Auntie, so I really know how he should and shouldn't be. He is into Gizzhell. She is into him. And child, I saw fireworks. And when they was dancing, he took her out, I think salsa dance or something like that, because he lived in Miami. And she had on this really, beautiful dress. She lost a little something. She got more fit. They look good together. That's all I'm saying. He rolled up on her pretending to, ask her out for the first time as if they never met. They're on the dance floor. He was like, hey, my name is, what did he say, Chocolate? Did he say Chocolate? Something like that. And then he was like, what's your name? She was like, Ginger. I was like, oh, look at them. I mean, if wasn't nobody around, they probably just could have took their clothes off. I'm just saying. All I know is if he ain't packing, she gonna be packing. That's what she said. That's what she said. Listen, we all know. Any man she been with or since the show, I'll just say that. Got it going on in the zipper region. That's all I got to say. What else happened on that date? Nothing really, The date looked great. So next we got the Love Lagoon party, child. We're rounding it out. And girl, listen. Karen had these mermaids. It was a cute idea. Some mermaids in the pool and everything. And girl, listen, you should have had some boho braids because that 613 wig was looking real wiggy. And it was not, I mean, it was all right. But, it was, like all right. Like, it was all right. But she had some boho braids, something that was, more reflective of the Little Mermaid movie, the hairstyle where it's not just a wig. I think it would have set it off really good. The other person, she didn't need a wig. That was all her hair. So it was what it was. But I like the whole motif. It was all cute. Wendy was like, oh, yes. Imitation is the best form of flattery, saying that about the way Karen did her party versus the way Wendy did her 40th, saying that, okay, the girls caught on quick. I know that's right, Wendy, flaunt your ish. Flaunt it. Everybody looked great. Everybody came in looking spiffy. Who came? Let's see. Oh, yeah, Gizzhell and Ashley and their dates from the speed dating. They all rolled together. Josh drove. And, you can tell that Josh and Ashley are already fucking. I mean, Ashley already put it out there since, last season that she is very sexually active. And the fact that she kissed that man on the lips and it was tongue on the first date, child, please. And she said they've been dating a lot. So that means they've been fucking a lot. And he's 30 years old, like what, 5 or 6 years her junior. So, you know, he younger, got more stamina, got more everything. You know, he can go. Apparently, because she's still with him. So, anywho, Mia came along. Like I said, she, you know, it is what it is. Everybody else came up. Of course, you know who wasn't invited. However, so the games were being played, sexual conversations and questions. Eddie told Stacey that he's going to bring her some weed. I'm like, why is everybody asking Eddie for weed? Oh, as a matter of fact, at Wendy's, what do you call it? When Wendy invited the ladies to go shopping, girl, why was Jacqueline hitting up Wendy for some Happy Eddie? Like, so everybody just hitting up Wendy for the for the Mary Jane. Like, what's going on? Dang. So you should do that stuff in private. I'm just saying. Anywho, Happy Eddie is Happy Eddie, okay? So yeah, Eddie is the plug, I guess. No, Wendy's the plug, and Eddie is the distribution king. So in the midst of all of these sexual and sensual questions, of course, the people who ain't doing it is, you know, having really, you know, getting teased, also teasing back. TJ ain't no punk. You know, he gonna give you a response. Hello. But Stacey was real, like, embarrassed, she said, with all the different, you know, all these answers being given, positions and what, you know, and all these different things that, you know, she's embarrassed. And then she was getting a little hot and bothered because it was hot outside. And like I said, she was embarrassed, you know, but the frank conversations about sex. But what was trifling, in my opinion, when they were being, you know, seeing each other, you know, after a while and say, hey girl, how you doing? I'm fine. How you doing? Ashley showed Stacey her vag. That means vagina. I'm like, what? What is going on? I'm sick and tired of all this. How about you have some decorum? How about you have some you know, class about yourself? You just showing folks your vagina like it's the thing to do. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so after all that, at the very end, somebody notices a dog. Everybody's wondering, whose dog is that? What's going on? Then you see, guess who coming around with multiple balloons in her hand. They're all pink colored. And it's doggone Jacqueline. Who gave her Karen's address? Mia. What is going on? And then all I know is, what's her name? Karen gets up. Oh, hell no. So you know episode 12 was going to be lit. That was it, y'all. I'm sorry for the noise. The gardeners came messing up the end. I hope you heard me. Anyway. Thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. All day.